Going to be exciting. I've got my ball bearings, my magnets installed in the top section. I'm waiting for the bottom section, which is in the container, which I've just acetoned. I've stuck the bearing in. I actually press fitted it before I stuck the acetone on, because I want the bearing housing to be a tight fit, because I don't want it falling out, and I did the same with this one. So what I've got so far, I'm probably going to need some spacers in here at some point, because I've acetone treated that, but I haven't stuck my stabilizers on there yet, but I figured I could do that later, there's no panic. So let me just put this on here a minute. I want to show you something. I'll stick my drive shaft in, if I'm getting the bearing. It's a tight fit. Right, I'll take it on the end of it. I might stick this spacer in. It's just a plastic spacer, nothing fancy. As I say, I can't put it together properly, so I've got to print the legs that hold this top and that bottom section together. I haven't got that done yet, so we're working on bare bones right now. But I want to show you the fact that we do attenuate the flux, and I've got my compass here. I did it a minute ago, and it's tricky to do with one bearing, so everything's so much easier with two hands. I'll stick my compass on here, because this is what, actually I'm going to have to, you're going to say, why don't I use my phone stand? Well, the phone stand is on the other phone, and also the phone stand doesn't fit this phone, because this phone is a lot fatter and it won't go in, and if I force it in, I'll break the legs off. So that's the reason why I'm not using the phone stand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the phone here. Where's the camera? It's at that end. I'm hoping that we'll be able to see the compass. It's a bit awkward. I need to lift it up a bit. What can I use? I actually use it has to be non-magnetic. I just need a book. That'll do. Or something. I can't use a videotape because I'll erase it with the magnets. I found something. Yeah, I'm just as eager as you are to see if this thing's principally has potential. So I'm going to stick this box, lift my phone up. Stick the box there, stick the phone on my box, and hopefully it won't fall off. You better not, otherwise it's going to land on the floor. Where's the compass? It's here. We can see it. Is it going to fall off? Everything, this is so slidey. I need to put some blue tack on here. Just a minute. I'm trying to get some blue tack off here, just so the phone doesn't slide off the box, because it's slippery. Oops. Right, is that going to work? The blue tack wants to be in the middle. I need a proper camera stand for this thing. Really, my bottle is sliding now. Just let me see, what can I do with that? Just a minute. Oops, I'm frightened my phone's gonna. Just a minute. Come on. I'm gonna have to put it down a minute. Just give me a sec. Nothing works right, does it? There's always a problem. Always a problem. I need a proper phone stand, you see. I can't put that phone in the other caddy on the stand, the thing with it, because the new phone is a lot bigger and it won't fit in. Right, have I got this? Where's the camera? It's at that end now. Right, at that end. Right, is this going to work? I think it'll work. I'm just worried about the phone falling on the floor. Right, so you can see the compass. Don't forget, this is just a very ad hoc. You can see it moving with the magnets in here. Now with it, get it in the middle. So I've got the magnet on. I've got magnet on that side with one pole and the magnet on that side with the other pole. Now, get my magnetic gauge just to show you. We've got strong field of north, and then south it collapses because I've got this magnet in the middle which deflects that pole this way, and on the other side it deflects that pole that way, so we get a strong bias, as you can see, around. So what the question is the ball, the steel ball that's inside here, when this is, the magnet's going to be stationary, right, and I'm going to turn it the other way up because I don't think I can do it otherwise. Do we get attenuation on the, when if I hold this magnet assembly still and I turn it, we do get it's rubbing because it's touching the end. We do actually get magnetic field attenuation, look. Don't forget there's no bearing on, it's catching on something. We can see that, look. We are getting flux attenuation. Okay, it's not great, it has to be close, you see, like that. We are getting attenuation, that's what we need to, it'll be better once I get this mounted properly. I'll put this right on the edge. Right. Oops, I'm using a compass because it's the easiest way of showing it. We definitely get attenuation of the field. As long as we get an attenuation of the field, we know that we should be able to generate some power with it. The question is how much, obviously. Has that phone slid a bit? Has it moved a bit? I think we're still in a good place. So, the printer's about to start printing the brackets that mount on the end of here and hold everything together, and until I get the other half done I can't mount this together properly. But I thought I'd go live and show you this because I was quite eager to see if it actually did work, and it does. As we can see, we get attenuation. Don't expect the compass to respond extremely fast because it can't. It's got mass. But as we turn it slowly, we can see we do get that effect that I was trying to explain, where it starts off with one pole and it crosses over directly to the other pole. Quite a lot of attenuation on that, actually. When you think about it, the fact that both magnets aren't even moving, just the balls are moving, the steel balls in here. So that proves the concept, but obviously the only part we have to prove is whether or not it will generate power, but it should if the fields are moving. Let me try and hold it this way up, so we can see where the balls are. See, it starts off with a field on that magnet. As it goes over to the other magnet, it changes polarities, which is what I said. That polarity, that polarity. just between, right across there. So I've got, as I say, I've got one thin magnet that sticks out. It's 25mm long, it's a bit longer, so it sticks out a bit at the top and the bottom, which is good really, because I wanted a bit of a higher deflection. That deflects this field out more, like a big bubble this direction, and it deflects that side out more that way. So that's why we get a really strong deflection on this thing. And the sticking point is very little. I'm just turning the thingamajig now with a magnet on it, just to see about the sticking point, because it has very little sticking point. It's happy to be in the middle even. Anyway, I'm going to get my phone off there before it falls on the floor. So I might have to print some, I might have to find some steel washers. I think I've got some steel washers to put in here to give me a better frictionless standoff, because this needs to stand off. Actually, I think that space I put in, I think it's a little bit too tall. It sticks out a little bit too high on that end, so I'm going to have to adjust my plastic spacer. The reason I didn't print the thing in the middle higher is because I wanted to be able to adjust it anyway. So I've just used a bit of scrap plastic I'd lying around, a bit of this plastic tubing I 3D printed originally. Quite good really, because you can just split it with your fingernail and get the right height. And I super glued the magnets in there so that they don't fly out, because they are pressing against each other. I mean, this magnet is pressing against that magnet and so on, yeah. So they could easily fly out and hit you in the eye, so I super glued them in. Right, so I'm just going to wait now for the for connecting things that will fasten this top rack to the bottom rack, and I'm going to get the bottom rack out of the acetone. I think it's probably soaked long enough in there now. Let's just take the lid off. Yeah, I think it's, God, it stinks. Yeah, I think I can take that off there now. Actually, I need to dig it up. It's stuck to the thingamajig. There we go, got it. Oh, it's gone. Oh, look at that, it's gone gooey. Never mind, I'll sort that out. I sprayed quite a lot of stuff on it, so stick it on the top like that, and I'm just going to get my acetone. I'm just going to spray it so them fibres lay back down again. Back. Oops, my ink's all running. Oops, never mind. No worries, it dries. Oh well, never mind. I'm going to relabel that anyway. It was for my gears for a mini lathe I'm making. I was 3D printing the gears and everything to make a mini lathe in this container, but I put all the parts in a bag for now because I wanted the container. Right, so I've got them, yeah, messed up the bottom of this. Oh well, no worries. I'm just going to spray it a bit more over here. Actually, it'd be better if I put it back in the container. Just a minute. I'm going to put it back in the container and give it a good squirt to gloss it over again, because it looks a bit ugly now. So this is what I normally do. I just spray the acetone over it and get it nice and wet Oops, you can't really see. Nice and wet like that. Put the lid on. Leave that for 10 minutes and it will gloss over nicely. So I'm doing things, multitasking at the moment. Get my torch and have a look. Shine it around the back. Yeah, it's glossing over again. I'll just leave that in for 10 minutes. Right. So anyway, end of stream. I've got all them to print, so when I get them printed I'm going to try and assemble in it, and I have to get my spacers right and everything in there, otherwise it's going to rub on things. Maybe when I end the stream, I should actually tell you what I'll do. When I end the stream, I'm going to leave it open, as in I'm not going to say end stream and close it out, because that way I can resume it later on the phone, and yeah, it's probably better to do that. I'm already at 16 minutes. No, I'll tell you what, I'll finish it, because otherwise it takes forever to encode it. I'll just do another video later. Okay, toodaloo, bye for now. I hope it's live, just a minute, make sure. Yeah, it is. Right. No viewers. Oh well, strange.